least do economic damage where available, where applicable. Chris is going to watch the inside of the smoke to make sure that there's no one pushing around it. Kiyoshima is going to try and cleverly wait the smoke to dissolve and give him an angle. He may have actually just gone by when Chris wasn't able to see into the corner. No kit, no ninja. We won't give that an idea.
No, especially not at this point as well. But another nice round there from Mouse Sports. Taking down the AWP, Sad Ali battling, making sure they get the refrags as well. Chris J with 2, Oscar with 2 once again. That AWP, he's having a great game so far. The rounds they're winning, he's finding the opening frags, and that's what you want from your AWP star as well. He has those games where he drops off significantly, but this doesn't seem to be the case so far. Looking quite confident with himself. There he is on the screen with Nico as well. Managed to take him down. This could be 3-2. Has to be Nico here for FaZe, so what's the play? Kiyoshima saves his 5-7 on body armor, but his teammates can't really join him with that sort of investment. They're currently at the second save loss bonus, meaning they get $1,900 per player, which is pretty much all they've got to work with here. Here's Oscar taking down Nico. That's a very nice close-range shot. Risky, but confident, I have to say. Nothing purchased apart from the saved weapon. One flashbang for Kyo. Stacking towards outside. He'll be by himself towards inner. Can't imagine a world where Mouse Sports give this round away, considering they're up against the default USPs, but we'll see. Stranger things have happened. DKs and the AWP holding up on the default for now. Waiting for that first pick to come in, taking considerable damage, and Nico somehow out-duels. No, oh, there's one kit available, beg your pardon. Waylander has that, but definitely limited across the board. Only one smoke remaining and an incendiary, that's it. They're playing up close and personal. Electronic been great so far. You can find frags here. Maybe he gets the MVP, we'll see. Very good performance. Is it going to be enough then? 20 kills. So adding him leader, I think he's obviously quite celebrated of how good he can be in that respect. But to get the most out of players like what are crazy aimers, you want to take duels of the AWP and actually get things opened up. To have that sort of freedom, I think that's how you do get the most out of them. So maybe he's not being utilised correctly. He seems to be a lot happier at that event, and you can see he does drop off significantly sometimes with his Flipside lineup. Sometimes he has some great games, sure, but most of the time he's pretty average, and you know he has the potential to be great. But up against this man on your screen right now, Guardian. Another inconsistent player, I would say, as of late, showing signs of kind of returning to form at some events, but hasn't really impressed me as of yet. We'll see what happens at this one, at the major, of course. This is the one that really counts. We'll get into this, ladies and gentlemen. Narthus Sincere versus Flipside Tactics here. T-side start for Flipside. I've looked at that buy. Alma coming in, of course, and we're seeing a bit of utility purchase. Warded it with the smoke, 2 flashbangs, and Blade with a Molotov. That's usually used for the post-plant situations, so it suggests they ever go to inside, use a Molotov at the very start towards connector, or use it for the post-plant situation. So inside, 3 players do go. The bomb there as well. Could be another fast outside split, considering we have 2 players towards Ivy as well. The bomb goes back to join them, interesting enough. So this could be quite a technical play. We'll have a look as it develops.
CT's already pushing Brown Halls with C's below the ladder, so even if he funnels them down, he's in position to strike when they do. First shot goes to Electronic, though. That will stop all of the push. Very slow. If Navi brings tactics, this could be one of the slowest games. I think Flipside is the slowest team right now, hands down.
Sure. Well, so far, the patience is paying off for them. Waiting above the pop dog. 2 Navi players offer themselves up and get their heads blown off by Electronic. Guardian under 15 HP as well. Surely. Flipside pick up this pistol now. CT's rotating towards inner. That's the correct call, considering the bomb's position right now. But Simple still could cause some damage there. Maybe not anymore.
Simple only gets 1. Electronic pulls it back for what now becomes, I believe, his 3rd round before going down to C's. Was indeed. Guardian 15, last alive for Navi. Blade takes out C's before he could do any further damage. Good luck, Guardian. P2000, he's one of the players that still elects to use it. He's going to climb up silently and see if he can get closer. No kit spotted. Good headshot. 1 versus 2. He's got very little time to work with, though, without the kit. Molotov's going to land on top of the bomb. That is the end of the round. But if he can get kills, he can get to his AWP sooner, so that's what he'll try and do instead. Flash actually hits him, so they'll know he's close. Get ready for him around the corner, and it's Markelov that picks up the kill.
Nice work by Flipside, as you said, one of the most patient and disciplined teams, slowest potentially in CSGO, holding up in the default, and Na'Vi just giving away 2 frags, went for the inside push. I think they had 3 players towards inner at the very start. Flamey taken down to begin, and then Edward joining him in the grave nice and early. It will be the first 2 frags for Electronic, and ultimately the round in favour of Flipside. It's going to be 1-0 now. Round number 2, no force buy from Na'Vi at all, just upgraded pistols. We're seeing this more and more. I think I've been saying it for the last year and a half. This should be the way the game should be played, and now it seems to be finally coming into effect. Just Eagles, 5-7 to the CZ. I'll have a look at what Flipside will bring to the table. Presumably something very slow and methodical. No rushes from them. Getting control of the inside area, only C's there waiting for them. He's got the CZ and actually committing that the lower round. Faster than I expected. That's C's. He'll take that first frag. But a quick refrag there coming in from Electronic. That's what you want to see. The buddy system utilised. The bomb should be planted now.
And it will be. Guardian tries to get back in. Does get a shot from Simple onto Markelov. Guardian's tagged in the process, and they'll back off with the weapons to hold the high ground despite being down a man. Leave World Edit to do the cleanup with the AK-47. That means Blade on the ramp has the other SMG that was brought into the round. He'll have to be quick with it. Pistols are finding frags. World Edit down to Edward. SMG's got to go aggressive. The range won't necessarily be there, but Blade, he still finds 2 with the help of Electronic on the second on Flamey. So Guardian backs away, and the round will go the way of Flipside. Costly round at that, however. Might be more costly. Try to get the AKs picking out with the bomb Blade, surely. Might just get away. Just barely does on time.
He does indeed. Wow. There we go. Na'Vi looking like a promising round for them, managing to get 3 kills there. Very dicey situation for Flipside after coming in towards the inside ramp. Sees finds the first flag of the TZ and then a few more from his teammates as they rotate in, but wasn't meant to be. Blade doing a good job from the upper ramp, and the Molotov secures the round victory for Flipside there. They're going to round of 3, another eco for Na'Vi. So not really pistol still, but Mac 10s. 2 of those for Flipside, and Waylander with the PG50. A couple of AKs to work with as well. Another default. But faster round than I've used to seeing from Flipside in the previous. You can see how I got a little bit scary for them, but still managed to survive. Looking for the 3-0 now. Should quite comfortably pick it up.
So smoke to the left. Push to the right. Straight into the A site. 4 players near the bomb train. Or near enough. Safe side of it, CT side. Edward's the only one to peek over top. Flamey goes a little further out by the E-box. Waylander for company. Guardian already tagged. Making a bit of an error, though. They're not quick to capitalize on territory, and they get caught in the middle. Edward gets only 1 kill, however. And then it all follows into place for Flipside. You're right, they will go 3-0, and we get the guns out for Na'Vi.
2 Mac 10s up, presumably they get thrown away. There is a chance they could keep on to it, but the fact that Na'Vi didn't force buy in that second round, since I would suggest you'd probably just get rid of them, and indeed one of them goes. World Edit, he drops an AK and actually upgrades to an AWP himself. So there it is, the Mac 10s have been thrown away. Electronic presumably got something on the floor to work of their Glock in hand at the moment. I think I see a little rifle there as we zoom out. There it is. So a nice full buy. They are upgrading across the board. That's the right call to make. There are 2 players on Na'Vi right head armor, of course Flamey and Guardian, but I think this is the right call for Flipside to spend the extra money and a faster round coming in now. We're not used to seeing this from Flipside. Electronic's right out there towards Olaf, and Simple will be waiting on the other side of that smoke. So trying to make something happen here. The young star for the team, Electronic, trying to open things up.
Good position to be in with World Edit watching down toward Hell. World Edit as well. Similar boost to Oscar, but aim not there. Didn't watch the ladder with it when he should have been. Opportunity missed. Information gathered for perhaps Electronic to take advantage of.
Yeah, he's just lying in wait right now. Decent position. Open for a mistake to be made. His teammates now exploring towards Ivy, of course. World Edit there with the AWP. It'll be interesting to see if he can step up, but that's a decent smoke deployed by the side. Simple throws that. Buys some time towards that particular area. Guardian now. AWP, of course. Rotating around, trying to find his first pick and making a lot of noise with the scope. But Electronic could outplay him here with the timings. They still don't know that he's waiting in that position now. He's been there for so long.
He's been there forever. This is it. I mean, you said, oh, change of pace.
Yeah.
Flipside, gonna get fast. Well, not really.
Well, now he's in great position. They do go in there. He can go for the backstab here, right? That'd be quite nice. Here for rotations, cool family. Actually take the bait here. Bomb's not going towards inner. This is not a full commitment. You can see Electronic sneaking past just so they show presence towards outside. This is really good from Electronic. I'm loving this.
Edward, good shot on Blade. Electronic finally takes position. He gets Edward down, but he's the only one to get a kill thus far for Flipside. And with 3 seconds, that's how it should end. World Edit needs to be very careful not to go down. And there is a player above him, 15 HP. If they drop at the ladder, he's ready, but he'll have to hit the shot, and they spray in. Thankfully, don't pursue. He will keep the AWP carried over.
Yeah, and true Flipside fashion, they do indeed time the round out with 2 players surviving as well. A little bit too complicated, I think. Sure, Electronics in a great position for so long, but didn't find anything with it. I feel like they were double faking there and trying to show presence towards inside, back towards outer, then see to change their mind once again. Electronic gets 1 kill, but it's already too late. Edward had already started causing damage, and Guardian rotates in, and his position was thwarted at that point. We go to round number 5 now. Now to pick up their first gun round, and to keep 4 players alive as well. Still money available for the T side, all powerful World Edit once again, of course. And he'll be going towards the Ivy position. Another default round. Expect lots of these. Slow-paced Counter-Strike where they try and open things up, get players in decent positions, and then execute around them. First shot missed there by Guardian, this time at Ivy himself. Backed up by Simple. He's on the other side of the M4A4. Using the slope once again, just to buy himself some more time. Fire off some speculative shots there. Looking for anyone jumping across or boosting up behind the server. Can see Waylander with inside control. At least the brown holes right now. Gives them options at least. So this is decent. They still have 3, making 4 smokes remaining. Markelov alone towards Ivy. So this is similar to what we saw from FaZe earlier. Carrigan was in this position, now it's Markelov. Try and show presence, keep the CTs on this side of the map. His teammates ready to go towards inner. Markelov might go for the backstab formation where he waits for his teammates to fully commit, then he tries to stop the rotations or show presence himself. Looks like it's the former as he starts to fall back. Smoke starting to be deployed now towards inner. Flashbang over momentarily. It's a good smoke, they might just push through it.
Good shot, Flamey pushing through it.
That's perfect.
Yeah, not exactly what they should have done. Flamey was more than ready to take them down. Blade rotates back immediately. They'll look elsewhere with a flash down Pog Dog. No one at the bottom of it, so he gets in, but then decides otherwise. 23 seconds. We'll give you the whole round, but Flipside, they only want the last 10. Time and time again. Markelov getting seized. Flamey in position. No round here either. Or is there 5 seconds? Has to play it. He stays for the fight. Markelov, he's too late. He's too late. This has to stop. I'm sorry, Flipside, but you've got to start speeding it up because it's almost getting to the point of, I mean, boredom at this point. Like, they're just sitting back and waiting and waiting and waiting. And we saw this in the qualifier as well. There was 4 or 5 rounds in particular that they didn't get plants down.
Yeah, 2 in a row. Big rounds as well, gun rounds. I'm just looking at the scoreboard right now. Look at like both little stopwatches there. They timed out. It's difficult to keep saying that on the Flipside. Yes, they're a slow-paced team, but they got a bit unlucky here. I don't think this was the right call pushing through that smoke. It was such a perfectly thrown smoke as well, and the fact Flamey nails that first shot, isolates a second with the aforementioned smoke. The teammates can't come through. Might have wanted to buy their time a little bit more there, but they do save the AWP, of course. So going to round number 6, 3 plays 2 in favour of Flipside, but Na'Vi with 2 rounds in a row. Bomb still down the T-spawn. This will be another very slow place round map. It's going to be just them trying to open things up. It's Markelov with the AWPs. So 1.6 fans, put your hands in the air. Guardian takes out Blade to open things up. Default pistol. This is a round where Na'Vi will surely win, but Markelov could cause a dent. You never know. Then he goes towards Ivy, trying to find the next opening here. I don't think much will come of it, but he'll give it a good shot. Now that the Na'Vi have ascertained that it is going to be indeed an eco. Just holding up. Crossfires established. You know they don't really have the grenades to challenge you. Smoke towards the left-hand side of Ivy. That'll be thrown by Markelov. Now his teammates to potentially run towards the bomb site. Boosted up behind the server now.
Boosted indeed, but a deeper smoke than directly in front of it means he won't be able to spot all the way over it toward where Simple's playing, and even if he did, second smoke down means Simple has cover. From the CT, Simple won't peek on it. Flamey, he's got to have the accuracy. Second one's a little better. Edward and Simple stepping up as Simple took the kill out, but Markelov on an AWP.
Yeah.
Also to be careful what you say, because maybe he's misused, as I think Yanko put it. Down to 10 HP. 3 quick kills, though, gives him a slight chance. 20 seconds to work with. Oh my... Oh! What? How did that not land?
You can see him saying it. It's like, why is that not a kill?
He glitched in. I don't know what happened because it froze the model as well. Edward tagged up and round gone. That's a frustration. Surely we've got to get a replay because that looked like dead on.
Yeah, to me it did. That could have been the opening as well. You could see he had awareness as to where the fifth player could be. There it is. Na'Vi do tie things up at 3-3. 3 rounds in a row after losing the pistol. Markelov fancied his chances, I think, as he was in the, 5 versus 1 situation. He gets 3 kills. Can't find the fourth. Legs that fifth player. And he has that fourth shot. Maybe he had a real chance to actually win that. Let's have a look. So there's the little burst fire shot. And then out comes the AWP. Lines it up. We might not quite grab this replay. I'm not sure.
Hopefully we can get to it because it looked like... Okay, here it is. Oh, he just stopped.
Yeah. Okay, well, there you go.
Such a bizarre looking animation with the X-ray on. Waylander. Oh, missing. Does he not spot him? Seized. Nearly overlooked it. Does get the shot in the end. So, 1-0 in the round in a 3-3 game. It's a 5-4 situation for Na'Vi to work with. All of the numbers.
All of them. Well, 5 and 4. Got a few more in there. Waylander goes down at the start. It was seized to pick him up. Nice little play towards the inside area. Job done as far as they're concerned. Got the man advantage. We have got Edward, who's pushing towards main entrance there. Decides to fall back. Deploys the smoke. Oh, that's a smart smoke, right? Just suggesting no one's here. We're smoking you out, buying ourselves some time. That could be a really interesting idea. It doesn't look like Warden has taken the bait just yet. Edward's hoping he does. If this works out for him, it would have been a godlike play. Unfortunately, Warden one step ahead. So his Guardian, though, over the smoke, takes an electronic. Flamey chiming in as well. 4-on-2 situation. Warden, that's down to 28 points of health. With Simple looking to find his teammate Markelov flashed off. Should be taken down at this point. Easy frag for Simple. Easy round as well. Warden it above the pop dog. 30 seconds remaining. For the boss, that will meet his maker here in the form of Flamey. 4-3. And there will be indeed Na'Vi taking the lead now. So, an interesting idea there from Edward. Obviously, the idea is he drops that right-click that smoke just to say, I've fallen back, I want to smoke you out. Warden, it takes him down. That's the only frag they really get after winning the pistol. That's going to be 4 rounds in a row for Na'Vi. Pistols only for Flipside. They'll have maximum stage loss bonus next round, so they can afford to bring some armor as well. They've only got the pistols so far, no nades. They can definitely bring some smoke grenades if they want to, considering they get $3,400 per player. They want all the money, it seems. They're going to have too much, if anything, next round. I would say get some smokes out, get a bomb plant down in this round itself. But either way, round number 8, Deagles, PG-50s, and their Tech 9 trying to trade towards it up. There's still a chance to get the bomb down. Edward with the MP9 towards Pop Dog, and Seized and Flamey holding it up.
Seized will hold directly in front of the smoke as well. Markelov inside of it. Nade bounces well beyond him. Through the edge of the wooden window, Seized gets dinged on a random shot. Well, clearly they know the lineup or thereabout because it hits, it lands. The next one will not bounce off. Well, then it though. Excuse me, Waylander in the sight, Seized and Guardian. Kills, and speaking of World Edit, he goes down to Simple, who, well, they were all busy being held stationary. He walks in behind, so 5-3 Na'Vi. Flipside go back to guns.
Well, God is joining us. This is the 0-1 game between Flipside Tactics and Na'Vi Sincere. Na'Vi losing against G2 on Overpass, which looked like a lock-in game for them. Flipside losing against Fnatic, who actually looked very good, I have to say. Guardian there with the shot towards the platform. That's actually kind of sick. He pulled that one off. I like that. And we go into round number 9. Another gun round, maximum loss bonus, 5 rounds in a row for Flipside. All the money in the world. Too much, like I said, about $1,000 residual. Could have brought some smokes in the previous round and maybe got a bomb down, but you know. First shot once again from Seas. He seems to be having a lot of fun in this inside area. Electronic taking down once again. Not boosted this time. Manages to get him just through the smoke there. 5-on-4 once again. That's happening way too often. For a very slow, methodical team, they're giving up too much space.
Guardian takes down World Edit and goes back for more, but Markelov at the ready with the AK, and his first chance every time when World Edit goes down, he grabs the AWP. I think there's still an op player existing somewhere within his spirit. It may not be the primary, but it'll happily be the secondary. Push through. Oh, Markelov's got to be careful. Looked like Simple was going to go the whole way. Flash does go through the smoke, but he's not anywhere near the outside of Ivy at this point as Markelov falls away to go toward the bomb, which is dropped, as you see it, at the bottom of the stairs.
Still a chance within this round, 45 seconds. We have seen Flipside time a few of these rounds out. Haven't really got much to work with just yet, and they are a man down. Still with 3 smokes there, 3 Molotovs as well. Towards inner they go. Who's waiting for the other side? It's C's, and he's been a bit of a nuisance, I have to say. As he holds the upper ramp, it's a decent position. We see a lot of players holding this right now. Not committing towards the upper ramp, just watching for players to drop down, try and deny the plant best he can. And here come the smokes, and he deploys the incendiary as well. That's really nice. It just buys his teammates some time to rotate in, denies the plant going in as well. That's really cool from him.
Molotov mid-train, Molotov default spot. Buys all kinds of time as Seized gets closer, but Blade gets the shot. Good return from Flamey. Bomb will get planted. Fire and flames gone. But not this particular flame. The candle's extinguished. He's just a mere flicker to Waylander. It's down to 2 versus 2.
Here we go then. The retake begins. Kit's available, but Waylander causing more damage here. 2 frags in total now. Up to Edward. Not really much to work with here. He's got a smoke grenade and 2 players to find. I would say this round almost guaranteed for Flipside at this point. No one near the bomb. Needs to touch it and find out where, at least where one terrorist is. Markelov now up towards the upper ramp. It looks like it's done. Maybe a full defuse at this point.
Marky Mark says no to that as well. 2 kills for him in the round. Back within 1 are Flipside. First in 5, however. And Markelov was the only one to survive, so this will be a reset. Na'Vi, on the other hand, despite just losing their first after those 5 rounds, are in their last spy position, so it's been relatively close and even. Yeah. Again, 2 timeouts to start that string off.
Well, it's still got the double orbs and a full buy, right? So it's still fine with the double orbs, especially. Like, that's the adjustment coming in now. Seized, who used to be the secondary orb for Na'Vi, like full time. And obviously, when Simple came, he took over that role, and it seems like they might be adjusting. I guess he's dropping a little one-way smoke there. It seemed that's actually quite a cool idea. I like that a lot. Buys himself a bit of time, I guess, to fall back and take a cleaner shot. And you can see he can retreat quite cleanly there as well. Of course, for his teammates to rotate in, it'll be Flamey. Here's how they are adjusting the roles within this team. Trying to get back to their former glory.
Spray through from the outer sight.
Laying down smoke.
Each bullet carrying residue from the wall by which it penetrated.
I have to say as well, C's looked very poor yesterday, and maybe that's what they're saying to him. Find more comfort on the AWP, see if you can get rolling, hold some lines, hit some 1 or 2 shots. He hasn't looked much better this game, to be fair, but here comes the inside execution on the Flipside. Decent nade towards Blade and Moretta there, right in the face.
Oh. Electronic found after Seized misses 2 shots on the op, and he follows up by getting Flamey. B site is open. 41 seconds this time, so early arrival on Flipside's terms. Well, that taking out Simple means that Guardian and Edward have to save immediately.
It's kind of ironic that the nade that causes so much damage is pretty much the unraveling.